Ahoy, me hearties! Join us on a thrilling voyage as we educate Captain Jack Sparrow about the debt ceiling. Get ready for a swashbuckling adventure through the seas of finance. Ahoy, Captain Jack! Picture this. You, the fearless captain of the Black Pearl, sailing the vast oceans in search of treasure and adventure. Just like you manage your ship and crew, governments also keep an eye on their money.
And here's what makes it all worthwhile.
Oh, you get all that every week?
Every 2 weeks. The laugh of respect.
Enter the debt ceiling, a crucial concept that sets limits on a government's borrowing. Let's unravel this mystery together. Imagine finding a hidden treasure chest full of gold coins. Those shiny coins represent the money governments collect from taxes and other sources. But what if the government needs more coins for big plans like building ships or throwing grand parties?
Let's party!
Party animals, party animals, yeah. Party animals, party animals, yeah. Now it's your turn. Party with me.
That's when they borrow money, Captain. They give out IOUs called treasury bonds to people, banks, and even other countries. These IOUs are promises to repay the borrowed money with interest in the future. It's like playing a clever game of borrowing to keep things going, hoping to repay the borrowed coins later.
Could we just borrow a little candy?
I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to leave.
But here's where it gets interesting, matey. The debt ceiling is like a big gate that stops the government from getting too much debt. It's a limit they set to avoid sailing into financial trouble, just like you keep an eye on your ship's cargo to keep it balanced. But what happens if the government reaches the debt ceiling, Captain? It's like hitting a dangerous reef that could sink the ship. They can't borrow more money to pay for things unless the debt ceiling is raised. It's like being stuck with no way out. To raise the debt ceiling, Captain, the government needs approval from a group called the Congress. They have to decide whether to let the government borrow more or force them to spend less.
I'm going to help you spend your money.
No?
Now, let's dive deeper, Captain. Imagine you and your crew discover an island full of treasures. That island represents the resources a government can use for its plans. But just like you have to be careful with how much treasure you bring aboard the Black Pearl, governments need to be careful with their spending. The debt ceiling is like a safeguard, Captain. It stops the government from hoarding too much treasure and risking financial trouble. It's like you being a smart captain and not carrying too much loot, because if you do, you'll end up in trouble. The same goes for governments with too much debt.
What do you mean? I have $100.
Not anymore, you don't. Poof.
Imagine a crew that spends without limits. They have big parties, invest in silly things, and forget about being careful with money. Before they know it, they're in a big storm. The debt ceiling is like a compass, guiding governments to make smart choices and avoid those storms.
I figured you might think it's a waste of money.
It is a waste of money.
When a government reaches the debt ceiling, it's like a red flag signaling danger. They have to spend less, find new ways to make money, or get approval to borrow more. Governments have to be like captains navigating tricky waters, making sure things stay stable and prosperous for their people. There you have it, Captain Jack. The debt ceiling is an important concept that limits a government's borrowing. It's like a safety rule to avoid too much debt and encourages smart financial decisions. Governments have to be responsible and ask for permission when they reach their limit. May your sails stay full and your understanding of the debt ceiling be as clear as the open sea.
See you next time, everybody!
If you found this video helpful and enjoyed sailing the seas of finance with Captain Jack Sparrow, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting adventures and educational content.